And we are on. Good afternoon, everybody. To those of you who accidentally clicked on this video or wondered, oh my god, is this man still alive? Apparently, yes. Now, I have not uploaded a video in about 3 months, according to the last log. And the reason being is actually something that gave me food for thought today. Why don't people follow their ambitions? Why don't people follow their hobbies? Why do people abandon projects right in the middle of it? Now, it's easy for somebody to simply say depression. It's easy for someone to simply say, oh, they lost interest in it. But what if they're not depressed? And what if they don't lose interest? What if they just stop doing it even though they want to? They have the time, they have the motivation, or rather, they have the want, but not the motivation. They don't have the will. Why? What causes this will to go away? Well, as I cannot speak for everybody, but I can only speak personally for myself, and hopefully reach some of you, it is the sincere and totalizing belief that it's never going to go anywhere, or even worse, that you're going to look foolish. That you'll try and fail, but not just fail, but fail publicly. It's that idea that other people will see you as the one who foolishly reached for something and fell. Dinner's almost ready. This is one of the things that has kept me from uploading any videos. I love uploading videos, I truly do, especially these little long-form random chats. But I just haven't been doing it. I've been wasting my time on other things. Now, granted, some of these things have been practical pursuits in career as well as other projects, but the fact of the matter is that I haven't been uploading even though I've been wanting to. And the reason being is simply I have felt that it was pointless. And that is precisely when I was struck with a little bit of inspiration. And hopefully, this is inspiration that I can pass on to anybody watching this. It is absolutely insane to think that you, out of all the millions of people who upload videos, out of all the billions of people that exist on this earth, that you would be somebody that would throw out a video that people would actually like. That you would throw out a video that anyone would subscribe to. That you would throw out a video or that you would throw out an idea that anyone would even care about. It's insane to think that. The odds of it are minuscule. Millions to one, tens of millions to one, hundreds of millions to one. This is, of course, even if you can get past the algorithm, because the algorithm tries to stack up people who already have viewers. So simply put, it's a snowball game. So if you're not a part of the snowball already, what's the point of even trying? And that right there is the problem. The barrier to entry is not just a mathematical one, but for the people that can actually see the barrier to entry, they create their own artificial barriers. People see the improbability of reaching a goal, and their first thought is, well, it's unlikely that I would ever reach the goal, and so my efforts might be spent better elsewhere. The problem is that oftentimes your effort is not spent better elsewhere. Oftentimes the effort is just not spent at all. It goes sour. You begin to distract yourself. You begin to waste time. Or you begin to put time into pursuits that you don't even care about, but they're practical. Almost everyone who strives for something fails. Or winds up as a mediocre success. Almost everyone. And of course, it's a little bit of a pathology of the millennial generation that because we were constantly told as adults that we all got participation trophies as children, that none of our accomplishments even matter. You got a degree, big deal, everybody has a degree. Oh, you got a trophy, big deal, everybody got a trophy. This is a toxic mindset, because what it does is that it tells you that your accomplishments don't mean anything. It tells you that nothing that you did is actually real or actually matters. The problem with constantly pointing out that everybody got a participation trophy, well, the thing is that a lot of these participation trophies were aimed at kids. You got a participation trophy for being on a Little League soccer team. You got a participation trophy for participating in a game or a tournament or whatever. But constantly being told that makes you think that everything you do is just a participation trophy. I mean, it might have felt like real effort to you, but then again, it felt like real effort to you as a child, so how could you possibly know? And no one wants a participation trophy. No. People actually want to accomplish things, for the most part. But we've become confused. Becoming actually accomplished, it's difficult to measure now, except in money. That's always something that's easy to measure. And then the problem with that is that you begin measuring your life by how much you pull in. Which is why so many people have been committing suicide after the COVID epidemic wrecked their finances. Just in case you were wondering. Food for thought. So back to the original point, the inspirational bit of this video. It would be absolutely insane to think that you could accomplish anything. Out of the millions of people, out of the billions of people, out of the hundreds of millions of people that are competing in your field, it would be absurd to think that you, statistically, would be the one to succeed. But it's the insane ones that actually ignore this and attempt it that are the ones that are likely to succeed. So, these are my words for today. Embrace the insanity. Think to yourself, I'm going to succeed. And not in any sort of self-help BS, food for thought, chicken noodle soup for the soul kind of nonsense way where you read something and you're like, oh, now I can do anything. No. You need to believe it. You need to believe it to such a degree that you actually attempt it. If you thought something was poisonous, you wouldn't eat it. If you knew something was delicious and good for you, you would eat it. If you knew for a fact that you could do something impressive in front of somebody that you wanted to impress, you would do it. But if you didn't know it, if you only thought that you did, you might hesitate and you might not go for it. This is why you need to truly believe, and you need to practice believing. It is not something that you can just pick up on a whim. It is something that you need to work at. You need to start with small things. Believe that you can wake up at a certain time in the morning and get done by a certain amount of time. Believe that you can write a to-do list and get it done. And when you're done with the small things, then you can start moving on to larger things. Believe that you can pick up your hobby, that you can accomplish something. Believe, truly believe, that you can do it. Because if you want to do something, and you believe that you can do it, then you will do it. And think to yourself, what are the consequences of trying? What are the consequences of trying? Oftentimes, trying and failing, the consequences, very little, a little bit of wasted time. But then ask yourself, how much time do you waste on entertainment per day? How much time do you spend watching TikTok? How much time do you spend playing video games? When was the last time you checked your Steam account and saw just how many hours that you burned on the newest Steam game? Check it. Check that clock. Look at however many hours you wasted and think about how much time you've dedicated to that and what you could have accomplished in those hours. Video games are easy. They're entertainment. They're low risk. But at the end of the day, they accomplish nothing. Hell, even if you fail at something, at least you attempted. So, embrace the insanity. truly believe that when you put something out there, that it will succeed. It probably won't, but you don't need to know that. You just have to keep trying over and over again until you do. Why do you think that some of the most ridiculous people on the face of this planet are the ones that always wind up in the spotlight? Yeah, it's true, everybody loves watching a train wreck, or everybody loves watching someone who's truly exceptional. But the people that are truly exceptional, they know oftentimes that they're exceptional, and the people that are absolute train wrecks, oftentimes, they don't know any better. They just jump in front of a camera and start doing something ridiculous. But the fact of the matter is that they do it, and they try, and they succeed against the odds because they believed that it could be done. And when they believe it can be done, they attempt it. Because if you don't attempt it, well, your odds go from slim to none. When you do believe it, odds go from none to slim. Which would you rather have? And I know. You can always say, oh, if I had let's say you had a 1% chance of, surviving. Let's go ahead and say that you were locked in a room with a bomb, and the bomb was going to go off in 30 seconds. And there's a button in front of you. And if you press the button, there's a 1% chance that you will live. But you can only press it once. You press the button, there's a 1% chance. It's very low. Would you? Really? Or would you sit there and just let yourself be blown up? Because being blown up, that's a certainty. No matter what. If you don't attempt, failure's guaranteed. And failure is just you not accomplishing what you want to. So, embrace the insanity. Go for it. Act like you are going to succeed when you do it. And really practice at it. You're not going to be able to do it the first time. You really need to think. And you really need to work at it. So I, personally, will be taking some of my own advice. I love making videos that people listen to. So I'm going to start uploading more often. That will be my promise to myself and to you. Because I'm going to believe that people will watch this, and I'm going to believe that someone's going to be inspired. And I don't care if the comment threads fill up with negativity. I don't care if the comment threads fill up with mockery. Because I tried it. I attempted. If I failed, I failed. If I succeed, I succeed. So, whatever you want, go for it. Believe. Not in yourself. Believe that it will succeed. And that's all I have for you tonight. You all have a very good night. And I wish you all the best of luck. Happy 2020. Year's almost over. What the next year will bring, who knows? Signing off. And remember, listen to no one.